All right, welcome back if you're coming back, and welcome if it's your first time. There is a statement: good people do bad things for good reasons. I don't know how this is going to be, so I will just go with the flow. So I'm guided to look up human trafficking, and there seems to be so much of what I just might have gone through or might have experienced. All these secret societies and all the BS they keep doing to make cows in this world, and this really has to stop. I'm taken back to a memory when I was 17 in a public transport, and I got sexually abused and reacted with slapping several times at the person. I was lucky that he was drunk, otherwise it wouldn't have been well for me, because I was too small for him. Actually, if he had been sober, he wouldn't have dared, but I really was irritated, and at such scenes I can hardly keep my calm and just react. Sort of like a fight mode, and unfortunately things get dirty. I was also sort of like tomboyish at that time in a way, and I couldn't stand injustice again, especially on women. And later on I changed my attitudes, I changed my behavior, and I'm not the same. And that was not the only abuse I experienced, because there were also other I had before within years. It wasn't until I was 25 that I started being aware of the girl-boy thing. I mean girlfriend, boyfriend. I always found it as nonsense. Anyway, there was also another time at night. I was coming from a Luna Park, and I had parted from my cousin and was alone again. I had this person trying to fumble his hands on my lap in a public transport because it was dark. He thought it wouldn't be seen. I was shocked because he was my father's age, and I shifted away on another side. I thought probably it was because of how I was dressed. I had a mini skirt and a belly bottom that revealed my waist, and that was the last time I wore it. Anyway, it infuriated me. It infuriates me to think such could happen, and it's a long time I've paid heed to such, and now I'm guided to look it up again. And right now I don't dress up the way I used to. I'm covered from head to toe, and that's because out of choice, and it has nothing to do with any kind of trauma. I just feel comfortable that way. And whatever scam I experienced also seems to be connected to some kind of human trafficking. I believe those who did the scam are forced to act that way by being threatened with their families, because that is just what happens. They threaten them with their families, and they're forced to do all those fraud things, and most of them are regretful. Is what came to my attention. Some manage to walk away, but some still feel trapped and are looking for ways to walk away. And the only challenge is to be able to do it without cheating, and that is how they could get saved. The ones who cheat try to harvest others to use as stepping stones to walk away, not realizing that they have to create the stones themselves. And it means some kind of sacrifice, and they don't want to do those sacrifices. People are always looking for something easy way out. And more than once, there are people who have tried to make me also get involved with the darkness that they are not realizing that I was sent to help them out by God. Instead, they want to trap me in and get away with it, sort of sacrifice me for their freedom. But they won't be free, because they will be signing to the rabbit hole for good. And these scammers and people who are involved in fraud keep recruiting new people each and every day. And poor new recruiters, they don't know what they're into for. And they would be bounded to serve the dark all their lives. By the grace of the Most High, I disconnected when needed, but it's not easy as yet, because they still are connected and keep following up, even when I'm not dealing with them. It's just you're sitting somewhere and somebody just comes and wants to fool around with you for no reason. Whether it's my mobile or PC or any other gadgets, I'm aware that I'm being stalked. And once in a while, they try to cause conflict to have me get anxious, confused about what I'm doing. And the new generation is using a lot of spells and magic to do whatever they want to do. It is all meant to make me give up on whatever I'm working on so that I will end up codependent towards them. And then they would jump in and be there to save me from my misery, in quotes, making it as if they were serving me and I was to be grateful and feel indebted to them. A late cousin of mine had been in the undercover service and he had caught so many villains that he ended up being a hated character in the evil world. His brothers also did undercover for some time but they were corrupted. And they left, and now they are retired in different parts of the world. My late younger brother also used to be undercover to catch terrorists, which later on, for all the people he killed, must have made him feel some vibes, because he got affected psychologically. As it is, people were afraid of him. And all this research passion, I guess, reigns in the family. We all do it. For we are all a whole big family of curious cats. For me, I'm just forced to do some researches only when necessary, and lately it's the human trafficking thing which I'm not so intent on, but unfortunately people I have come across seem to be involved in such things one way or the other. To make things worse, it's globally something that affects the underage, and I'm pissed off by this. And I'm not so happy to mixing my energy into such things, and it is obvious someone involved in such is tapping into my energy where they were not supposed to, because whoever taps in has any kind of secrets of any kind is definitely to be exposed or expose themselves one way or the other. I'm not doing anything, mind you. I need people to understand this. It is tapping in my energy that will expose you. And it might not be me. I might not be the one to expose you, but somebody else who taps into my energy will expose you. So this applies to any empath tapped into. And if they have any other psychic person tapping into them, those psychics will expose them. See, it's not the empaths that do anything, which is something people get misled to think of. Empaths just absorb the energy around them. And if they're careful enough, they will find ways to protect themselves from any negative energies, hopefully. So I suppose some dark thing is lingering around, and that is triggering the curiosity on whatever energy they are involved in. For a whole month I'm guided to look those up, and I'm not impressed and feel like it's all some kind of joke. And I guess it's sort of also like projection, because it puts somebody in a low vibration somehow. My PC is going crazy. Can you hear those sounds? I don't want to feel obliged to name anyone, but some very significant names are being highlighted, whom everyone knows as it is. And there are some people I might be mixed up with who are connected to those. God, please show me the way to phrase out what is needed, please. Whoever you are thinking you are smart with your intentions, be aware it is only a trap you set yourself to. I would not be the one dealing with it. You will deal with other higher ones. I'm just a breach. Anyway, there are some people who think that they can trap the dark by using the same that the dark use, but in the end they will pay back just like any other person who does bad. They might be seen as if they are heroes, but as long as they don't use the good way, they will also suffer. I mean, Secret Service people sometimes have to infiltrate the dark in disguise to do their mission, but I don't know why I still don't see that as a solution. You are only ruining the pure you with petty reasons. There must be another way. It might be difficult and challenging, but you can still get the same results without jumping into the mud. But anyway, that's what happens. You enter the mud with your white cloth and you still get smudged with mud. And although some people might be having ideas about me, about whatever illusions they have of interacting with me, nope, they're wrong. God led me into such a reason, and I totally had no intention whatsoever to be involved with anyone. I only follow my destiny. And where God, just hold on, let me hit this computer. And where God takes me, I don't question, Father. If it fits, I'm there. If not, to my logic, I'm out and I let things be. Because some people might think I calculated being where I am. I don't. I'm not good at maths. My late cousin, just hold. My late cousin was one piece of a handsome person, and because of his job, never had peace in his personal life, and he ended up marrying and divorcing each time, leaving behind kids. He married more than 10 times. So I can imagine the trauma it caused him, although he considered himself a strong-willed, and he was. It all has consequences. Okay, this is a spiritual attack. Oh my God, I hope you can hear in between all this noise, because there is a spiritual attack on my electronic gadgets right now. Yesterday my earphones went dead. Anyway, and I'm thankful and glad now things are brought to awareness, and we might get the long-awaited sigh of relief for all the evil done that will be stopped soon. To punish the bad, you don't need to be bad too. This is a message to somebody. You don't need to be bad also in order to punish the bad ones. You can go about the good ways in order to punish them. And so I hope this helps someone, because that's just what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying very hard not to be a bad one, so that I can be able to pass through with whatever I'm going. All this noise. Oh my God. Anyway, let me stop here, and I hope you have a great day. Till next time, take care and God bless.